excited about this.
Correct, thank you.
What do you know about NASCAR? You follow anybody? Watch them on TV at all?
A long time ago, let's see, well, recently Jeff Gordon, he was one of my favorites.
And you
yeah,
wrote,
I'll just leave it there. For
and
now.
you wrote some songs that had a lot of racing themes as well, correct?
Well, I like, big fast cars and loud engines and all the smoke and fury. It's all cool.
I'm sure some of the folks here probably have a couple of questions for you. So anybody here got some questions for John? Raise your hand. We got mics coming. Well, okay, Steve.
Steve Richards with PRN. John, are you a fast driver on the highway? Do you aspire to be a NASCAR driver?
Every once in a while, if you let your emotions run away with, that happens, yeah. I try to not, what's the word? You get older, you just don't need tickets and stuff like that. So, your brain, your sense takes over.
So you've had tickets in the past, I assume?
Oh, when I was a kid, I did all the stuff that we all do,
And John currently has a residency at the Wynn Las Vegas. You guys, I think, finished up last night, and you're coming back in May. Kind of talk about how that show is going and how that all came together.
Well, it's a lot of fun, really, my wife has had the vision to put me in a hotel here in Vegas for, some time. And she finally had to design a show, get the whole thing together, and then started knocking on doors, and here I am.
Any other questions? Okay, right here, Tom. Wait on the microphone, Tom, please.
Hi, John. I was introduced when I knew you were coming here. There was a song you had called Hot Rod Heart. Does that ring a bell at all? Is there any connection? Do you have any connection to racing at all in any way?
Mostly just, watching them. I mean, I'm not a good enough driver to, race anything. I know when you get on a motorcycle, you get mental images of yourself going over the Grand Canyon or something. But I'm just a fan like everybody else.
Did the song Hot Rod Heart inspire you at all? Because I remember I was introduced and I saw a YouTube video of it.
The biggest kick I get out of Hot Rod Heart was actually when I was recording it in the studio, and I'd come home and play it on our system at home, and my boys were pretty young then, like 4 and 5 years old, and I was playing it in the living room, and they got out of bed and started running around like that, and I looked at Julie and said, man, I guess this is a good one.
How long ago was the song made?
I'm sorry?
How long ago was the song made?
The boys, they're 25 and 24 now.
And then the song itself, Hot Rod Heart.
How old is it?
How old is the song? Yeah.
Oh gosh, that's 97 when that came out.
Okay, we got a question over here.
Hi, over here, to the right.
Oh, there you go.
Hi, John Harrell with PopularSpeed.com. As a guitarist, I've watched you play like videos, and I've watched a lot of videos from your career and seen pictures of you playing with both Telecasters, Les Pauls. I just wanted to know if you're more of like a Gibson guy or a Fender guy.
No, because I was away quite a while, I decided when I came back that I'm not going to be, one side or the other. I just enjoy them all. I have a lot of guitars, kind of catching up for lost time, and so I just enjoy them all.
Alan, you get the microphone there.
Afternoon, John. Alan Michaels from On Pit Road Racing. You're such a great legend in rock and roll music. Is there any plans for a new album or a possible tour besides doing the residency at the Wynn?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm working on new music right now, and when it's done, it'll be ready. Hopefully this year, and then I'm always touring anyway. So there you go.
Thank you.
Sure, you got it.
Got anything else? Oh yeah, over here. Sorry. What?
Woody came with MRN. I just saw an article in Rolling Stone about you got the guitar back, the Rickenbacker that you had with Creedence. Can you tell us about that?
Way back in the day, in early 1969, I bought this guitar, And then it's a Rickenbacker, and then I modified it. I put a different pickup on it in the bridge position, and also a Bixby whammy, because the Rickenbacker whammy just kind of didn't do it for me. And so I just wanted to make it a personal guitar rather than, you know, the brand name. So I put the name Acme on there, because all the old cartoons, especially Roadrunner, it seemed like that Acme Dynamite truck was pulling up all the time. But then, you know, the band broke up, and I began to sense that my contract with the record company was pretty horrible, and got a little sad, you know, forlorn. It hurt a lot. And there were these two kids that would hang out with us, with Creedence, where we rehearsed. And one day, it was about 1973, one of them asked, well, John, can I have one of your guitars? And I gave them that guitar. That guitar had been at Woodstock and Albert Hall and, you know, all these big events in my life. It really seemed crazy that I would have given that guitar away. And it was gone from me for, you know, ever since then until now. Although we walked into a, what do you call that, a vintage guitar shop in LA, Tarzana actually, about 95. And I walked in with my two young boys, and the guy looks, and my wife, he looks at me and says, John, I have your guitar. So he runs in the back and, you know, opens the case, and it certainly was Acme. And then my wife was talking to the guy, and so she comes over and says, he wants $40,000. I'm looking at my guitar, and I'm looking at him, and I can't do that. You know, and I kind of left disgusted. I thought I should just, you know, have it. But anyway, and so all that time went by, and quite recently, a few months ago, I mentioned to Julie one day, what do you know about my old guitar? I'd kind of like to have it back now. I don't know why now, but it's the way I felt. And she went out there into the hinterlands and, you know, was chasing down every lead. People were telling her, well, we just can't find it. It's disappeared, you know. Finally, she found this fella in Ohio, and she had to do a whole spy kind of alternative identity because of that other experience in the $40,000. You know, God knows what it would have been now. So she pretended to be somebody else, and she kind of moseyed up to the subject of a celebrity guitar for her husband. Didn't use her own name, of course. Finally, the guy let on that he had my guitar, but he wasn't even listing it. It wasn't advertised. So she went through that whole thing, and he wanted a great big number, and she got him down to a not quite as big number, and bought the guitar, and then this Christmas, she wrapped it up in a plaid shirt and a bunch of shiny paper, put it under the Christmas tree. It didn't look like a guitar. Finally, I opened it up, you know, and there was my guitar, and I thought, wow. So that's, you know, another wonderful thing that my wife has done for me.
Any other questions? Let John get out of here. John, thank you, and we're glad to have you here.